Where has JSnip4 been? You ain't seen a video in a few days. And I've just got little notes. Do a video about this. Do a video about this. Do a video about this. So, number one, I think I may have mentioned to you, I had my car sold. This car. And radiator hose blows off. It's actually a heater hose off the manifold because the nipple on the manifold snapped. It's a plastic manifold on all these cars, the Crown Vics, the Mustangs. So I went ahead and ordered the part, $175, ripped all that stuff out. New one came in, cleaned everything all off, put it back on. I got it Monday. I finished the job late Monday. I was out there working for probably 5 hours. Got the car back together. It's going back up to sale. But normally, like you see during the day, like in the morning before I get to work or at lunchtime, I'll do a video in my car. But if I don't have my car, I don't really do videos. Now, I could have been doing them at night, but I just haven't. But I've got 4 videos here. I'm going to try to keep them short and sweet if I can. This one will probably be the longest one. No shortage of news for me to do videos on. So I see this little thing floating around, and this guy was on Facebook, owner and operator of a firearms company named American Spirit Arms. And Bank of America. It's a close tie for me between Bank of America, who my mortgage is through, and JP Morgan Chase. My 2 favorite banks. I don't know which one I like the best. But Bank of America shut his account down, basically. They put all the funds coming in from people buying firearms on hold for further review. Out of nowhere. Been working with Bank of America for years. And then all of a sudden Bank of America puts this hold on it. So he's a little upset. So he puts this rant out on Facebook. My name is Joe Sirachman, owner of American Spirit Arms, and I want to share my recent experience with Bank of America, which we have been doing business with for over 10 years. Everyone is familiar with the latest increase in gun sales, dealers selling out of inventory, manufacturers backlog for months, large revenue, all generated in the last 2 weeks. American Spirit Arms is no exception to the overwhelming demand. What we have experienced is that our website orders have jumped 500%, causing our website e-commerce processing larger deposits to Bank of America. Naturally. Well, this threw up a huge red flag with Bank of America, so they decided to hold the deposits for further review, meaning that the orders and payments that were coming in through the web being paid by the customer and that we shipped out by American Spirit Arms, the bank was keeping under review. As you can imagine, this made me furious. After countless hours on the phone with Bank of America, I finally got a manager in the right department that told me the reason that the deposits were on hold were for further review. Her exact words were, quote, "We believe you should not be selling guns and parts on the internet," end quote. I flipped the F out and told them that they have no right to make up their own rules and regulations, that we are a firearms manufacturer with all the proper licensing, FFL, SOT, and that we follow all federal and all states' rules and regulations on shipping firearms and parts, and that we are also audited by the ATF and Homeland Security on a regular basis. Which is interesting, by the way, because I knew about the ATF doing audits, but I didn't really know that Homeland Security was also now auditing gun shops. That's very interesting. Anyways, and they did this on a regular basis. She said that she understands, but that the deposits will be released after they have a chance to review and clear them. I told her that this was unacceptable and that those deposits that were a week old by now needed to be released immediately, that we are a small business and rely on the revenue to run and stay operational. After that being said, another manager got involved and released one of the deposits to help out. So far to date, after 2 weeks of sales, only 1/3 of the collected internet sales have been released by Bank of America. I am still pissed and looking for another bank and options. I read that and then saw comments, Facebook, and one of the comments stuck out. This didn't really happen. It's just a story. Really. You know, just some bozo, another clown, just speaking their opinion. So I said, well, attached to what this guy said is his signature with his little, you know, phone number, business. So I said, man, let me just give him a call. Let JSnip4 just give him a call. So I picked up my phone, dialed the number, lady answers. And this is exactly what I told her. I said, listen, I hope you haven't had a bunch of calls like this, or, you know, I apologize if you have. I just have to know. I've been reading the story on the internet about Bank of America freezing your deposits for guns and stuff, the money coming in off the internet sales. And there's some people saying it did happen, it didn't happen. And I cover a lot of stuff like this. I have a website that is kind of opposing Facebook called freespeak.net. I also have a bunch of subscribers on YouTube. I do videos about things like this, and I don't want to, you know, tell a lie, so to speak. Can you just tell me, is this story true about what they did with your holding your bank account funds? Absolutely, it is true. That's what she told me. She says, I haven't spoken with the owner, this guy who wrote this rant on Facebook, in the last day or two, I think she said, about this situation. She said, but I can tell you that to date, still haven't released the rest of the funds. Bank of America still has not released the rest of the funds. I said, well, I appreciate that. And I don't know if this was going to sound right or not, but this is what I told her. I don't know if this is going to sound right or not, but considering what our government has done with these big banks, these too big to fail banks, and what they do to people, foreclose on people, and they do all these things to the people while they keep getting bailed out, every chance that I get to bury Bank of America and these other banks, I will pounce on. But I wanted to make sure the story was at least true. Absolutely. Okay. Thank you very much for talking with me. I'm going to let you go. Bye. We hung up. That's when I emailed myself, do a video on this story, JSnip4. So here's the video. Welcome to America. Or should I say Bank of America.